Oh, yeah, right. How do you focus on what to fix first in the first screen? Right. So if you're saying first screen, I'm assuming that you're thinking it's just a mobility one, the level one screen, obviously not focusing on power or anything like that. So there's two ways of looking at it. First of all, let's look from a golf point of view. What is your biggest golf struggle? Yeah. So what is it you're struggling in your golf swing, or what you're trying to achieve in your golf swing? If, for instance, you've got a huge sway and that's what you're trying to fix, or that's what's causing the problems in your golf swing, and then you've got a locked up right hip, we'll focus on that first. But also as well, because obviously I come from a treatment background, the first thing that we're looking at is, are you in any pain, or is your swing causing you any pain? So you have obviously swing, you have pain inducing mechanics from your swing. There might be something that you do in your swing that's actually affecting how your body works in daily life and things like that. So there'd be these two paths. There'd be a barrier pain, things that's causing you issues, and what you want from your golf swing. So, reason why we have these two focus points is that it's easier to get a golfer to do an exercise if they think it's going to make their golf better compared to just doing random exercises. Yeah. So, golf is more effective if you exercise based on getting better at something or removing the biggest obstacle that's in your way at getting better. Um, then I would step back from that, and then I would have another 2 point focus, as in the easiest thing to fix, so you get the quickest win possible. And then on top of that, the biggest obstacle that's causing you to get the results you're going after. So, say you set a 12-month goal and you want to cut 10 shots off your handicap, and you want to increase your swing speed by 15 miles an hour, and you want to add a certain amount of yardage to your driver, then whatever's the biggest obstacle to your targets would focus on that. But at the same time, someone's going to give you the biggest win so that you get results straight away. But ultimately, it's around your goals, pain, and what's affecting the goal swing. Another thing is, if it's just your body, so take you away from the golf swing, just so you got an idea, take you away from the golf swing, so take away from your goals, take away from what you're struggling with, take away from quickest win and the biggest problem. If I was just looking at the human body, it would be, is the T spine moving? If not, fix that. Is the hips moving? If not, fix that. That would be the biggest focus. Once they're set up, and I can move a bit out. If there's any problems in the shoulder after I fix the T spine, work on that. If there's any problems in the ankle after I fix the hip, do that, and then it will work out. But that's how we'll do that. What would you say is the best way to eat when traveling or have a conventional job? Well, first of all, the hydration is the only thing that you can really control, no matter where you are. So know what your hydration is, know how much you're supposed to drink in the morning, how much you want to consume throughout the day, throughout rounds, all that. By the way, that's coming. The nutrition course is coming, and that'll be based on what your elite players do. Um, Hydration, and then I would master having a particular breakfast, and master it when you're at home, and then try and master a breakfast at home that you can have when you're out, whatever it may be. So let's say, for instance, when I used to work at Wentworth, because obviously with travel, didn't really fancy eating once I got there, so then I'd work back to back, sort of finish and then grab something to eat. So I would have omelette in the morning, put some butter, cheese, no bread, and then that will actually keep me going. So find a breakfast that works for you right now. Find one that works for you that you not necessarily travel with, but you know you can get it. But hydration is one of the easiest things you can do. You've mentioned, you mentioned a long drive swing compared to a long swing. What's the difference? Um, right. So if you're talking about power, as in how does it work? How to use the floor? The normal golf swing, think about it, if you was to oversimplify it, is based around accuracy. So anything that's going to cause you to lose accuracy, you'll move from the swing. But in doing that, you might, over the years, people have removed stuff that will actually give you more power. A long drive player, they are focusing on power because they only have to hit a grid. So obviously they can't just hit all way up there or way up there, but there's a big grid. So it's less accuracy, more power. But that doesn't mean that you can't blend the two together. So you can't use some of the techniques that long drive guys using to generate power and become more powerfully, especially if you're not someone who is powerful. Um, and and another way of looking at it is like if anyone's you ever seen any of the TPI junior schools where they have like long term athletic development based in that, a lot of the junior will work on power and then the accuracy will be added in after because there's certain power windows that you can work with. So you focus on power, and then you coach it the accuracy after. So what's the difference? See the outcome. That doesn't mean you can't take the stuff from the long drive stuff, which is what the stuff we are based on power, and use that in your goal swing, vice versa. Uh, okay, last one for the day. Some of the exercises, stance changes, and the way we move the body. What's the difference? I assume you're talking about when we have like a split stance, square stance, and golf stance, and single leg stance. And then assume you're talking about, say, for instance, you're doing a push. You a push like that, and you're just pushing the arm, you know, the body, and then you've got one pushing the body. So it's progression. So if you, the most stable you'll be is obviously with a split stance, like a wide split stance, because no one can push you over this way, or push you this way, or push you that way. So that's where you would start first. Then you might gravitate to like a golf stance, so square stance, or like a golf posture, slightly bent over. That's because you want to mimic the sun based golf swing. And then you would go single leg um, with weight shift and generating power from one leg to the other. But it's a progression. So depending on where you are, would be where you start. So generally, your stance, you'll start split, square, golf posture, single leg, and then with movement, you don't want to be moving like this if you can't move the weight like that. So if you're doing a band exercise, pulley system, you want to be able to move this way, both this way and that way, efficiently and comfortably before you start adding rotation. But yeah, that's why it's different. But that's why you want to have the screen. That's why you want to have your level one screens, you know, your mobility stability, your power screens, you know, what power outputs you're using, which ones you're making, which ones, if you're really, really strong and you're not using that power source, that, then you build progression from there. Cool. Right. Got a few questions. Any more information you need, put it